Thanks Mark Dowdle, I'm the front of house engineer for Gloria Estefan, Steely Dan, and numerous other artists. Because I was looking for a console with lots of flexibility, lots of input accommodation, something that allowed me to configure it in a multitude of ways, fairly complicated in its layout. So something like this console is really necessary to having a good product in the end. My favorite feature actually is the query on the VCAs that allows me to pull up different layers trying to locate something. It's, for me, the easiest way of getting to a particular input. If you're in bright daylight, it's difficult to see the screens and to know where you are at any given time. So that I feel is very important, especially when you use the touch screen a lot to navigate. So it's very easy for me to distinguish where things are sitting in relation to other things. And it makes a difference to be able to have that, because you can really hone in on where things need to sit in the mix. Exactly what I want them to do, so I'm very happy with that actually. The effects sound great. I'm very impressed with the effects. The reverbs are nice, the algorithms are great, the delay works great. You know, I'm very impressed with that aspect, because a lot of consoles try to do that, but they're just not up to the task of giving me the kind of richness in thick reverb and just the parameters that I need to have to get it where it needs to go. I'm not a fan of plugins. I tend to just go with grassroots approach, and it seems to work best in not convoluting, the audio with unnecessary things. Using it on this show has made a huge difference in what I've been able to accomplish in a short period of time, and we've had no time basically. So I was able to program it prior to getting here, which saved me a lot of time in the process of getting where it's going in the actual rehearsal process.
Chris Stevens, and I'm the front of house engineer for Jason Aldean. And especially using both consoles, monitors and front of house, and sharing the preamps. That was another thing that I was a little wary about coming in, is doing gain sharing and only having, the monitor console is the master, and so I don't have preamp control here, and it really hasn't been an issue at all. We've had the gain tracking, like when adjustments are made, I've never noticed it. And being able to select that on a per channel basis, those levels are not necessarily the same. So those preamp levels change, and being able to automate that, and then, obviously I don't want those channels to be gain shared, because it's just going to offset the automation that the monitor console is doing. So being able to individually select that on a per channel basis, and how easy that system is to use and how fluidly it works really surprised me. From a monitor standpoint, as far as the performance that we're getting out of the console in the monitor mixes, the band has been able to customize and hear exactly what they want to hear so much better on this system than what we had previously, where, even in switching to this console, it was like, we had band guys asking to pan things back closer to the middle, and because there was the stereo image was too wide and there's too much separation between things, and so having that added clarity has made a big difference in the in-ears, and wireless in-ear technology has come a long way in the last couple years, and so the sound that they're able to get in their in-ear monitors is way better than what we were able to do previously, and it really kind of has enabled them to focus on that more, and we don't spend time chasing monitor mixes around, like we used to, and so that's been a really noticeable difference. The ease of use and the sonic quality that we're getting out of it. I mean, I'm continually encouraged that I feel like we made the right decision in going to this platform, and I know that you know, Evan feels the same way, that, you know, we're both very pleased with where we ended up, and I think I look forward to, you know, continuing to kind of grow with the platform, and as software updates come out and we get new functionality, and you know, things are always getting better, that's, you know, that continues to make it, you know, worth growing with.
You know, we've actually only been using this now for maybe 5 months, and I've spent nowhere near the amount of time that I deep in my heart wish that I could, because I enjoy it. A very important instrument to me, and is at the heart of what Underworld can and can't do on stage, and the preparation of the technology for a performance has always been quite an elaborate thing, you know, for me, and hugely time consuming. You know, you spend 6 months, a year preparing for shows, and then you're just getting on and doing it, you know, in a performance aspect on stage, as opposed to purely front of house. Try to keep that in mind, and it was curious, you know, something started to gel very quickly. There was, in the middle of it all, there was this name SSL. Yeah, I'd say all right. I'd say, you know, aspect. Sometimes it's really nice to turn to a rotary encoder when you're working with a compressor or EQ or an effect.
His vibe, his point of view, was embedded in the instrument, so that when unfortunately he became ill and was unable to be on the tour, and it was a fantastic concert, and that was the highlight for me, and has left a huge impression. So in a lot of ways it was like that for me, going out and doing those first dates of the tour.